Welcome back, sir. And the next question is, what are the 5 things that your party would do if it comes into power at state? And we would want the details of how would you implement it with the time frame and what is the help that you are seeking from citizens in general on these 5 initiatives. 1.
Okay, there are initiative one would be education and healthcare in terms of providing opportunities. What is Lok Satta's conception? Every single child, irrespective of caste, religion, and status of birth, should be entitled to good quality, mark my words very carefully, good quality education, including English and computers, for 12 years. That is completing intermediate or 12th grade, free of cost, without having to pay out of pocket. Now, how is it going to happen? With public and private participation. Because even if the government is the one that's going to fund this, and that is the government's primary responsibility, the government's number one responsibility should be to provide education of quality to every single child. But even if the government is willing to provide the money, the infrastructure cannot be created by government overnight. Because already we are starting from a system where most of the children from middle class and well-off families now go to private schools. Therefore, now to pretend that the government can create the infrastructure overnight for all these people will be a pretense. Therefore, you require a public-private partnership. Now, still, a few wealthy people may like to send their children to very expensive private schools. That's their privilege. Nobody can stop that. But if I send my child to a neighborhood school, publicly funded, I must be guaranteed that there'll be good quality education for 12 years without having to spend any money out of pocket, with English and computers guaranteed. This is the minimum requirement in our society. In addition to this, in education, you create a mechanism by which the affirmative action policies, reservation policies are structured in a manner that nobody has a heartburn and everybody has a real opportunity. So what do you mean by this? One, you make sure that reservations apply only not to the rich and to those who already benefited substantially, not to the collector's daughter and the minister's son.
Absolutely, yes.
But to the needy children in those communities. Because we do recognize that birth imposes a huge disadvantage, a burden on many children. But only those children for whom that upbringing is a disadvantage, they must get the benefit, not a collector's child. It's a travesty of affirmative action and justice to give all these benefits to the rich people among these communities. The second element of reservations change is there are many poor in the unreserved communities who are suffering today on account of poor education and inadequate access to opportunities. Therefore, give them a weightage. A reservation may not be possible now for constitutional reasons, and also the Supreme Court actually held against it. And we already crossed 50%.
Yes.
And therefore, you can give weightage instead of reservation for the children who grow up in rural India, go to those backward schools for the time being. Later on, as we improve the school's quality as we are articulating, that will not be necessary. But until that happens, give them that extra advantage of, let's say, 10% marks or 8% marks. We have to refine that based on data, based on regular annual surveys by way of bonus marks. Can't be decided arbitrarily in advance everywhere. We can start off with something, but once we develop the database, we can decide what is the fair handicap that they deserve. What are the bonus marks that they should get in order to overcome that handicap so that they can compete with the better off children in the same segment of the population. The third component is you make sure that every child gets until 12 years of education, until 18 years of age, quality education in rural India and urban India, irrespective of circumstances of birth. Because the problem of reservations is only that of 5% of the people. 95% people do not finish their 12th grade and go to higher education among the poor population. So we are converting a 5% people's problem into 100% people's problem.
Correct.
To create opportunity for everybody, because unless they get decent school education, there is no level playing field in the first place. And the fourth is, if a youngster deserves and desires higher education, I'm choosing my words very carefully, deserves and desires higher education, the sky should be the limit.
Yes.
The lack of money in the family should not be a constraint on higher education if the child deserves and desires higher education. Our society must take that responsibility. So these are the four components of the reservation policy as a subset of the whole educational opportunity to every child in the state.
So what is the time frame you are looking to implement?
5 years. This will happen actually, putting this in place will happen within 5 years, but the full infrastructure building with public-private partnership in education may take full 5 years.
Okay.
Because we simply, even if you devote resources today, you cannot build infrastructure of quality overnight. And teachers' training is a problem. We have lakhs of teachers, but their training is of appalling quality. So therefore, to train them, to see that they actually meet the requirements, to build the institutional mechanisms, inspection network, random surveys, a testing board so that you actually can rank the schools on the basis of their performance, not merely in the examinations, but also by random surveys of students. All these, there are a lot of intricate design elements involved, and all of them together will take about 5 years to be fully institutionalized. And within 5 years, we can definitely do that. The second element of opportunity is healthcare. Lok Sabha already evolved a public-private partnership healthcare network, a model. What does it mean? It means that in Andhra Pradesh, out of the 6,000 private small nursing homes, about 4,000 or 5,000, there will be self-selecting group subject to certain minimal norms of behavior and standards of professionalism there. Subject to those, they are all being incorporated in this public-private partnership. There will be a choice given to a patient. You can go to a public hospital or a private provider as you please within an area. And every disease under the sun will be covered, from malaria, typhoid, heart disease, pregnancy and childbirth, a surgical intervention, whether it's appendicitis or something else, or a cancer or a heart disease. Everything will be covered under this program. Everything will be costed. There will be standard costs and standard services, and there will be protocols developed. And there will be a very strong monitoring authority for each district. There will be an ombudsman for the health sector alone in each district. And the citizen can now choose the service provider. In other words, there will be a very healthy competition between the public provider. Because it's on the basis of standard costs and standard services, the provider, the doctor or the hospital, private or government, will get the money on the basis of the patient load and the services rendered. And therefore, you can distinguish between the good providers and the bad providers. Those who don't provide good services, they will not get patient load, they will not have billing, they will not get the income, they'll be weeded out. Even in government. So even in government, the doctors and the nurses who attract more patients and provide more services and therefore get more income, they will share more income. They will not be an equal, uniform salary respect of performance.
So what is the period you're looking for this implementation?
This will happen definitely within 5 years. It's actually easier than education.
Because we have already set up the path of that.
Because institutions already exist. We only have to put the mechanism in place. Whereas education infrastructure is simply not there right now. The truth is, even if you want to do it, that up to 12th grade decent infrastructure is not available in public and private sectors. Whereas healthcare, we already have some infrastructure of decent quality. We have to upgrade that. This will happen much faster. Actually, it will happen probably within 3 years. But definitely